the most intriguing Seahawks countdown to continue with.
Number 6.
All right, number 6 for me is Derick Hall. And yes, that's 3 days in a row we've gone with outside linebackers. Number 8 was Darrell Taylor. Number 7 was Boye Mafe, I think. Maybe DK was in there somewhere. But number 6 is Derick Hall. They're all right in there together. And the reason I put him ahead of the other 2 outside linebackers is just because we haven't seen him yet. There's the intrigue factor of just not having seen him. And maybe that's not fair. Maybe I've soured a little bit on Darrell Taylor because of, he's got the sacks, but he doesn't seem to have the rest of the game. And I hear guys like KJ talking about him and saying that he's got the talent, but he's still waiting for him to put it all together. I've certainly not soured on Boye Mafe, and maybe he should have been ahead of Derick Hall. But every time I see Derick Hall out there, he is just throwing dudes around. He's so strong. He's so powerful. And he's new. He's a second-round pick, actually the highest pick of any of the 3 of them. They were all second-rounders, but he was the highest of them. And I don't know. I find the guy to be incredibly intriguing. So does KJ Wright, that's for sure.
And I watched him at practice. That practice I was telling you guys about. He was a right outside linebacker. It was blitz period. And when I tell you he put just a monster long arm on that tackle and just buried that guy to the dirt, I'm like, this dude is for real. And I told him in production meetings when I saw him, I said, I want to put this type of pressure on you, young man. But with the practice that I saw, you could potentially be Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he just looked at me like, bro, what are you talking about? I said, yes. Like with your skill set, with your strength, with your energy and your effort that you have, you could be Defensive Rookie of the Year in what I saw. And so I'm really excited to see him taking that step in this preseason game. But Derick Hall is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't know whether he has just the straightaway speed pass rushing ability of Darrell Taylor, but he does have the want to. He does have the effort, and he does have some of the football acumen that maybe didn't come up all the way through Boye Mafe's life just because he came to the game a little bit later, et cetera. So, yeah, I'm really intrigued by what he can do. I don't know whether he's going to be a starter right away, but I would think he'll be a rotational piece. He seems to just kind of get it, and Michael Bennett on the broadcast the other day said basically the same thing.
Hall is a very special player. He kind of reminds me of Frank Clark a lot, He's wild and strong and fast. And now I think for him, it's about being able to have some composure. Going from, music that has no notes to being symphonic and having that sense of Miles Davis, this composure, these sounds that are loud and obnoxious, but they make music. I think for him, it's about having that composure as a player and figuring out how to use all his talents to be very calculated when he's making moves on the field.
Yeah, and actually that was on with us before the game, but he's right. And then I saw him in the game. I thought he played well. I don't know if he was dominant. Boye Mafe really just seemed to feel so comfortable in that game. I thought he was the best player on the field for the Seahawks over the course of the night. And I've seen some moments with Derick Hall where he's still kind of getting used to life in the NFL, where they've got him caught inside and somebody bounces outside and he loses contain. And, I think there's going to be kind of a learning process. But as Pete said, this is a developmental program, and Derick Hall's a guy they want to develop.
Yeah, did you see the extra little, did he do the extra little at the end? He did, yeah. Okay, that's just an error.
But,
yeah, he's doing really well. And when, give him the month that we need right here, he's going to be in the midst of in rotations, I think, because he's just too physical, runs too fast, got a great head on his shoulders about playing defensive football, and we really like the heck out of him. So it's just a matter of time, just honing his game down. And so I don't, and special teams as well. He's going to have a big factor on special teams. He's got one of the really, really good attitudes about playing defense now. You love his heart and what he wants to do and how he wants to play it. He's really one of the fellas.
Yeah, I got to come back to a few of those things. Those are important. Yeah, he's going to need the rest of this month, but Pete's already telling us he's a rotational piece for them. Right off the bat. That takes a while usually for Pete. I know that Bennett made the comp to Frank Clark. It took Frank Clark a while to crack that rotation because Pete just didn't trust him for most of his rookie year. Well, it sounds like he's going to start trusting Derick Hall pretty quickly. And then you get into his physicality. You get into the fact that, as he said, he's just one of the dudes. Like, he just kind of gets it and fits in. Yeah, that's high praise coming from this particular head coach. And in fact, he's gotten high praise from just about everybody, some of which just on his body.
This man, I was in production. I was in my first production meeting. He's had like these Daisy Dukes shorts on. Looked like he just got doing some quad sets, like just lifting some weights. Like quads look like watermelons with muscles on them. You guys ever seen that? It's a watermelon with muscles on them. And he walked in there, production meeting, them short shorts on. I'm like, this man is just ripped.
Yeah, have you ever seen that? Just a watermelon walking around with muscles on it? You've seen that, right? KJ has. That's what they got walking around in Olive Branch, Mississippi. I'll tell you, his teammates are impressed in their own way. Here was Boye Mafe.
Hey, man, every day I try to tell him. Every day, I promise you, he comes out of class, he comes out of practice. I'm like, man, you know there's more fabric out there, you know. There's a little bit more fabric. You know, you can go up a size, but, you know.
What is he tucking it up into the compression shorts underneath?
I can't tell. I don't know at this point.
What do you make of his legs? They're gigantic.
They're pretty big, but I mean, hey, he goes out there in those little shorts, and then it's not a good combo to me.
You think Boye is kind of just like, yeah, they're big, but I mean, you've seen my legs?
Yeah.
He kind of didn't want to go there the way everybody else is. Like, yeah, I mean, big, but
Well,
you know,
then the
whatever.
last time we talked to Derick Hall, you got your answer that he is tucking those.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Outside baggy shorts into his athletic shorts.
Straight up tucking them up in. Yeah, Michael Bennett not too impressed.
Hall, first of all, I told Hall he need to stop showing as much thigh as he's showing on there. I'm like, there's way too much thigh meat he has out on his shorts. I'm like, bro, these are Daisy Dukes now, man. You went past the quota.
You can see where the generational differences are between KJ Mike B and then the other side of it with Derick
I feel like
Hall.
people that haven't been to practice or seen a picture of this probably don't even know. Like, I don't think they're comprehending how short. Like, he looks like he's wearing underwear.
Yes. That's a great description of it. He looks like he's wearing tighty whities. Like,
They may think we're exaggerating.
no,
but it's
they're
a lot.
really that short to the point where you're a little worried they might need to start throwing like an R rating or something on Seahawks practices. All right. He is the number 6 most intriguing Seahawk, Derick Hall. You can text in 866-979-3776. Let me know, was that the right spot for him? Is it okay to put him ahead of Boye Mafe and Darrell Taylor? Or do you think that order should be different? You can even rank them 1, 2, 3 if you want. Shoot a text to 866-979-3776.